In exterior deficiency, we have two different formula. One is Gui Zhi Tang, the other one is Feng. And both formula is good for the exterior deficiency. And the sign and symptom is what? Aversion to wind, and also there's a spontaneous sweat with a superficial empty pulse or superficial moderate pulse can be seen. I mean the floating, the empty. Anyway, please take a look at this picture. The first one indicate what? Normal condition. The second one indicate deficiency. And third one also deficient condition. But when look at the second and third, this picture a little bit different, right? But anyway, this section is similar, of the exactly same. But this part is what? A little bit different. I'll give it to you the picture. This part is same, right? Anyway, back to the first picture before the explain to next two pictures, okay? And anyway, the red circle that indicate protect chi, which is a wei chi. And second one, there's an arrow. This arrow indicate the skin pores. And each part of the skin pores, there's the protect chi that we call the good condition. So what is the function of the protect chi? It protects our body from the exogenous factor invading. And anyway, if wei chi, I mean the protect chi or defense chi is not enough in the certain area, there's something problem. There's another function of the protect chi is the close and open the skin pores, right? So this part, there's some sign and the symptom comes out. If wei chi is not enough in this area, what's going on? It fails to warm up the skin. So what's going on? There's an aversion to wind or cold, right? And also, it fails to close the skin pores that may cause of the spontaneous sweat. These two is a common sign between Feng and Gui Zhi Tang. And also there's a floating empty pulse or floating the moderate. One of these can be seen in both conditions. Okay. So what is the differentiate these two pictures? But anyway, this is Feng. The Feng there's an absolute deficiency of the wei qi, the skin layer. Why? How? So we have the wei qi deficiency in skin layer. We can think about the two options. One is the body cannot produce or make it the wei qi adequately. Our body doesn't have wei qi enough on the skin layer. And the other one, the body make it the wei qi, but the certain organ cannot transfer the wei qi to the skin layer. That also cause of the wei qi deficiency. So think about this way. This is the Feng condition. Okay. What organ transfer the wei qi to the skin layer? The first one organ will be lung, right? And also, what organ create or produce the wei qi or qi mostly? Is spleen. So lung and spleen both deficiency because of the Feng condition normally, but it also from the lung qi only or lung qi or spleen qi has deficiency. It also cause of the this condition. I mean the both organs deficiency is the main cause, but one organ it also cause of the wei qi deficiency on the skin layer. Anyway, so in this reason, we can use some herb for strengthen of these two organ. So which one? Among the qi tonic, especially there's a Renshan or the Bai Xiao, of the Baiju and Gan Chao, there's many things. But anyway, the Huang Qi and Baiju, these two is a really good herb for strengthening the spleen and lung, and also it stabilizes skin pores and stops sweat. So in this region, we can use it, these two herbs for what? The recovering of the weight on the skin layer. And also, we need one more the herb, which is Feng. Oops, Feng is good for what? They expel the exogenous factor without damage of the body fluid much, okay? Because this is very mild in work for expelling of the evil qi in the skin layer. Anyway, so if you try to close the door, you have to remove out the anything between the door region that might be closed. That is to close the door tightly, right? So Feng, it works as like what? Remove the thing from the door region, right? For the closing the door. So this is a really good herb for helps to these two herbs stabilizing the skin pore and stop sweat. So these three is what main ingredient of the Yufeng San, right? And another one, there's a Gui Zhi, the Gui Zhi Tang. In Gui Zhi Tang condition, before we go over to this part, we have to take a look at the picture first. When look at this, this Wei Qi goes to somewhere because wind moves the Wei Qi to other part. So this part will be empty of the Wei Qi. So what's going on? But this area has what same condition of the Wei Qi deficiency as like the above condition, which is Yufeng San condition. Anyway, when look at this picture, this Wei Qi try to return to original place. This Wei Qi try to return to original place, but which one is blocked? Extra wind. Extra wind blocked the what? Wei Qi return to original place. So what's going on? These two factors struggling each other. So it induced something. Which one? The fighting. There's a fever, right? So this is the first sign in this picture. And second one, this is blocked by the Wei Qi blocked by wind, the extra wind. So this qi stagnate in this area, right? So there's some stagnation. In TCM, something stagnate, it induces what? Pain. But this is pain. But mostly pain appeared in some area because the some area, especially which area? The Taiyang channel. Because wind usually affect which one? Taiyang channel first. So this pain usually appeared on the what? Taiyang channel. Such as the pain in the backside of the head, such as what? Occipital, headache, or neck and nape pain. These can be seen in what? Gui Zhi Tang condition with chills and fever or fever. The fever and chills together, the cold, which means chills and fever together, that indicate what? Exterior condition. With the superficial pulse, that we call the what? Exterior condition. Anyway, the Gui Zhi Tang is good for, the Gui Zhi Tang has this type of the sign and symptom. The mainly there's aversion to wind and cold with fever and spontaneous sweat, floating the empty or moderate pulse, and also there's what? Pain. Because the qi stagnate. So this is what? They indicate, this is what? Condition of the extra wind sign. At that time, we use the Gui Zhi Tang. But Gui Zhi Tang is good for the expelling and hold it. So first one is Gui Zhi. We use the Gui Zhi because Gui Zhi has action which is good for what? Expel wind, which is cause of this condition. And also, it is good for what? Muscle pain. It is good for the muscle pain. And then we use it the what? Gui Zhi as like the what? King herb. And another one is Bai Xiao. Bai Xiao is good for the nourish the yin and blood, but in the same time, it has an astringent action which stops sweating. So in this reason, Bai Xiao is good for what? Stop sweat and recover the what? Body fluid by what? Spontaneous sweat. I mean, by the lose of the body fluid from the spontaneous sweat. And these are actually, this herb is actually good for recovering of the body fluid and stop sweating. So this is good, the what? Combination. But we added some other herb which is support what? Gui Zhi, and the other one support what? Bai Xiao. Which one is support the Gui Zhi? Sheng, which is ginger. And the other one is Da Zhao, which is jujube. Both are good for what? Helps to the Gui Zhi's and also Bai Xiao's action. And we need some harmonized herb which is what? Sigan Chao. This is the ingredient of the Gui Zhi Tang. So ingredient shows to totally different. These are this Feng ingredient mostly focused to the what? Strengthen the middle jaw and lung. The spleen and lung. In the same time, it stops sweating. How about this one? Gui Zhi Tang expel. And during the expelling, we use it what? Nourishment of herb. And these two combination is good for what? Extra wind effect, the aversion to wind and spontaneous condition. Okay, I think you understand. If you use these two pictures, it might be easy to understand of the Yufeng Fengshan or Gui Zhi Tang's condition or indication. Okay, thank you.